And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Wentz. And he'll find Hall. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches. Throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. And really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down now, it's Hall, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Good job, D. Good job.
And we pause a moment here because wide receiver Kenny Golladay still down. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. When they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Shotgun now for Wentz. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard from 6 yards away. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point try good by Gennaro. And that makes the score 7-0. So now in an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
2nd and 10. Off-play action, Fields. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Room here to run. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 7-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have topped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They're able to get a couple here. Running across the plane as they stop him right around the run. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is the time you go play.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Let's go, man. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 2nd down, it's Hall, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And under pressure, and he'll go down. Well, sacking on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on the 1st down to set him back on 2nd. To try again after the sack. Fields. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And we'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On play action, Fields rolling to his right. And he finds McLaurin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Let's go!
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Saquon Barkley. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Let's go.
New York ready to go again offensively. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, sure that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now their last two drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. And right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Fields. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 62 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fear were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On first down, it's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. He'll buy some time right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And quickly, they get to the line. Fields on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Open man, that's Nola Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on a catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now 1st down throw, Fields sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 2nd down and goal. Fields looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have that. Team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Wentz's throw here pulled in by Galladay. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, 68 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Look the ball in, turned on the Jets and took it all the way.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football. That deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Here's Antonio Gibson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
You ready? You ready?
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fields throw into the hands of Fan. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want ball victory.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Here's what happened, my boy. They sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Oh, good move. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it. 42-yard line. Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Single, slot.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. That's complete to Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Hey, tight there. Great 15, great 15. 5-7.
Now Wentz. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Deion Jones leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A huge play there for Washington.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
52's the mic. Hey. 52's the mic, boy.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a first down. First and 10 at the 11. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up the 2nd and 12. I'm coming after you.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Cano now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. On first down, Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
Got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Wentz now on first down. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some.
Now Wentz again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall.
Yeah, baby.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra man here in the secondary. secondary for Washington on third down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey,
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Here's Wentz to throw. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
This game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that.
Touchdown, Giants! Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and they'll cut the lead down to 18. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Wentz now on 1st down. Catch made by Slayton. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 55.
One final try now for Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from